Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of What the Hell is Going On Here.
Hallelujah. It's the gospel according to Maddie. Sassy, classy, telling Bible stories with a twist so savvy. Hey!
Hi, welcome back. I want to welcome you all back. I hope you've had a wonderful week. I know I did. You know, maybe it's the sadist in me, and you know what? I think we all have a little baby sadist in us. I love how, like, a couple weeks ago, I was like, why do kids want to kill each other? And I'm like, here, I'm a sadist, but I was thinking about Job. And I was like, I like that story. It stays my favorite Bible story, haha. And do you know why it stays my favorite Bible story? Because Job never gets an answer to his suffering questions. He's like, why the fuck am I suffering? His friends are like, well, you must have done something to piss God off. And Job's like, but I really can't think of anything that I've done. Spoiler alert, he didn't do anything wrong. And you know what? Job's one of my favorite stories in the Bible also because everyone likes to shit on it. Like, you'll hear a lot of people, like either atheist people or ex-Christians that are like, they'll say, see, that just proves God is just sending evil on people. Okay, you know what? We got to stop thinking about God as a guy in the sky and God as everything and everyone, everywhere, all at once, forever. There you go. Okay? So, now am I saying that Job himself got himself shit on? No. Do you know really? Okay, here's what happens in Job. Yes, it says God sends the adversary, the Satan, down and to fuck with Job. Just don't kill him. Okay, I think we're missing the point here because this is people writing about God. All right? So I don't even know who wrote Job, but imagine if you saw that. If you saw like this really righteous guy and his shit just gets absolutely rocked, you're probably going to write a story about it, but I think it's more than that. It doesn't even have to be a real guy because guess what? This story is about, let me back it up because I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself. Job gets his shit rocked, all right? Loses his whole family, all of his animals. I think like his land, like shit goes wrong. He gets all these boils on his face. Homeboy is wrecked. He's, what do the kids say? Cooked? So, and he obviously, if this happened to you, and by the way, it does say that Job is like blameless, I'm pretty sure, and righteous and blameless. Am I wrong? Someone correct me, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. Anyway, Job. Homeboy is suffering, okay? So he's out there asking his friends, like, why the hell is God punishing me? What did I do? And his friends are like, well, you obviously pissed God off because God is just and he rights the wrongs. And Job's like, yeah, well, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that answer. I don't like that answer. Which you don't have to, Job. You didn't have to buy that answer because guess what? It wasn't the right one anyway. In a nutshell, all three of his friends are like, bro, you fucking suck. And God's punishing for you. I'm having a stroke. I think I'm having a stroke. God's punishing you for it, Job. I think one of his friends is like, Job, you talk too much. You gotta shut the fuck up or God's gonna keep taking shit from you. Oh, man. Damn it. Don't want to be Job. No, that's not the point. Stop. Quit it. I can't. So anyway, repent, Job. Like, you need to repent. God is just. Your children must have sinned if they died. You know what it is? God comes in and he takes Job on this cosmic journey of the universe. And he's like, bro, are you the one that brings the sun up in the morning and puts it down at night and brings the moon up? Are you the one that changes the weather? Are you the one that put water on earth? Do you know what the fuck is up here? Because I don't think you do. The message, I'm pretty sure, to Job. Now, again, I could be totally off track here. But to me, God's like, Job, you don't get it. Like, you don't see what I see. You don't know what I know. Because I am God, you are Job, and you're living a human experience. One day you will know. You're not going to know now. And guess what? Even the most faithful, righteous motherfucker can get shit on. Because that's just what happens in life. And we have to accept that at a point. We have to accept that shit happens. And like, that's okay. Because guess what happens to Job? He gets like double it all back. Which is an insane story if you think about it. Like, Job just got his whole family replaced and everything and all of his animals. It's like, well, wait a minute. What if I liked the last timeline that I was in? With the old family? No, it's fine. I mean, it's all... See, again, I feel like that's just a metaphorical story for just have faith through life. Like, life is not perfect. And God is not here to make your life perfect. That's not... What would be the point? I need to know what the point of life would be if you knew all the answers to it and it was perfect and no there was no hurt. Your highs wouldn't be as high. I guarantee that. Now, again, don't go shitting on people. It was God's first intention to love each other always. But there will always be suffering. There will always be suffering. Just do what you can to minimize that, right? Don't be going around causing more. No, let's just add to the suffering, why don't we? No. You can do your part to minimize it. You can't change the entire world by yourself. But you can do your part. So welcome back to the show. And again, that's why it's my favorite story, because there's not an answer and you don't need one. You don't need one for life. You will get the answers after all of this. You don't need it now. In fact, what I've found through everything in life is you can climb as high as you want up that Tower of Babel to find God. And you can go down every rabbit hole conspiracy theory. But at the end of the day, I think the entire point of this is just to live, to learn, to laugh, to love. That sounded but like, I don't care. Because that's literally the point of life. You don't need answers. You don't need to know the point of life. You don't need to know what's after. You don't need to know what came before. Just let it be and just be. Just be for a little bit. You're only here for okay. When we're talking eternity, you're only here for like a blink of an eye, if we're being quite honest. So just enjoy it. Something I've been thinking about recently is how I'm going to have to probably put my walls down at a point in regard to love. Because, well, see, I've been hurt really bad. But that doesn't mean I should give up on love, because it for sure exists. I may be somebody with like only one person out there that could handle my shit. Not that I'm like fucking insane. I'm just weird. And I think, and see, now you can see my self-talk coming out right now in front of you. If I'm meant to have a romantic relationship in this life, I will. But you know what? I'm always actively trying to heal myself too. So I will get there. And it's not even that I'm like scared of being hurt again. It's just I don't have the motherfucking energy. I don't have the energy to do that again. Sorry. Like, it's exhausting. You're not fighting with your best friends like that. I don't understand why you would ever fight with someone you love like that. It's the weirdest. Like, why are you going nuts? And where did that come from? I know where it came from. A guilty conscience is very loud. It is very loud. A lot of times when someone is doing something, they'll start accusing you of doing it. And you've given them no reason. There's no reason for you. Like, no reason why. I'm going to my best friend's house that I go to all the time. and you know that and you never want to go. So how did we get to I'm cheating on you? I'm going to How did we get there? Oh, wait. Because you have someone coming over to Oh, I get it. Do you see how I don't have the energy for that anymore? That's so dumb. Don't get into a relationship if you don't want to be in a relationship. It's like as simple as that. If you want to go out and be a hoe and like fuck everything that moves, you can do that as a single person. Like, it's not that hard. It's not that hard to understand. It's not a hard concept. Because I'm just looking for a homie, and that's not very homie-like of you to go out and fuck somebody else on me. So I'm not liking that. That's totally not bro code, and I don't like it. Damn, that got personal, but at least you got a little flavor. But you know what? The truth is, people need to hear it. Why are you in a relationship if you want to go fuck on people? That's like the weirdest shit I've ever heard. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to call you weird. I don't care. So I wanted to talk this week because we talked last week about, you know, how you kind of start stepping out of your thoughts and observing them instead of becoming them. I wanted to kind of move on to maybe the next step of that. Once you can start stepping out, you can begin to do other things that will move you forward in the process of rewiring your brain, which is the goal, I think. Because I'm not kidding, once you do this, you kind of just recognize really quickly the things that are trying to condition you or make you fearful or distract you. You notice that much quicker, and it just does not hold on to you at all. You don't hold on to it. It just kind of floats by like a little parade float. Yeah, that's real. So once you've got the metacognition kind of down, you need to start building a safe routine for your nervous system. And I'm talking like safe. Like you need to be, this is safety. And so something I've noticed is this is more so a woman problem. Your hormones really go absolutely insane. I'm going to have Jamie put up the women's chart right up here next to me of hormones throughout the month. And you're going to see that it goes kind of crazy. Do you see there at the tail end of the month, it kind of like rises. I think that's the progesterone. Tell me if I'm wrong, because I'm not looking at the chart right now. I'm relying on Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. I know Jamie hates the fuck out of me, bro. Oh, dude. Okay. Anyway, Jamie. No, it rises and it shoots back down really quick. There can be quite some ailments that come from hormones and just hormone changes. And so anxiety, irritability, these are things that happen. If you're somebody with PMDD, like myself, that's horrific. It's horrific if you don't have your shit together. PMDD, you don't have any difference in hormonal changes throughout the month. It's just that your nervous system at some point was in survival mode for so long that it kind of broke a little bit. And that's okay because we can fix it. I've done it. Thank you. This is why I'm making this TED Talk right now. And this is why I'm sitting here right now to help you, because I did it. Because fuck those pharmaceuticals. That shit's just a Band-Aid. And nobody wants to sit and tell you, okay, you have to work on your brain and rewiring yourself while taking these, or you're never going to be able to get off of these. Nobody likes to hear that. I don't like to hear that. I don't want to be on pills for the rest of my life, actually. And when you learn that those antidepressants, and honestly, I'm not telling everybody not to take these. If you need it, there are times where you need it, at least to make it so you can start thinking straight. I get it. You can be in a state where you can't even put a thought together. I understand. But if you choose to take them, this is what I'm saying. You need to work on fixing your nervous system predictions so that you can heal yourself. You have to do that. Or when you get off of these pills, you're going to go haywire again. Or you'll just be on the pills for the rest of your life. And you don't want that, at least until menopause. So you don't want that. And I don't want that for you. So we're going to fix it together. Building a routine for yourself will help you heal quicker. But it needs to be a safe routine and it needs to be predictable. You can choose things that are healthy for you so that your brain gets to choose to do healthy things when it's sensing danger, right? Because it predicts danger out of probably nothing. You probably didn't get a text back, so now you're having a panic attack. You don't know what's going on the other side of that phone. Homie's probably out having hot dogs with his friends. You don't know that. So you need to retrain your brain, and you can. It's like training a dog, which is so crazy, but think of yourself as an animal for a minute and just repeat these things and as you do them more often, your brain just starts doing that. Okay, for example, me, during my luteal phase, that is the worst time for someone with PMDD. There was a time in my life I could not get out of bed because my anxiety was so bad. I would have delusional panic attacks where I would think I would start panicking more, thinking that I was going to have a delusional panic attack and walk into traffic and get hit by a car and die. Isn't that crazy? Crazy thinking. But that's just how my brain worked, okay? I always described my cycle, as a teapot kettle, okay? You put it on the stove at the beginning of the month, and by the end of the month, it's motherfucking screaming, okay? And not even by the end. By the time my period starts, I'm motherfucking fine. I just might be having massive panic attacks before then. But not if you make your brain predict something safe is going to happen. So I started, during my luteal phase, researching things. I started just reading more, researching more, learning more about the brain, hormones, life. I'm not even kidding. Just packing that week with learning, week, 2 weeks. If you you can fill it with what you want. Fill it with making art, making music. I don't care. Is it going to be easy? No, you might still have bad days, but we're changing the patterns. Slowly but surely this will happen. Just like I went from someone that was just never giving a shit about my physical health, didn't care, and now I just work out most days of the week. And I just do it. It's not even something I think about. It's just part of my routine now because it's who I am now, okay? This will work with your mental health too. It's anything. And also just making a routine for yourself daily already makes your brain expect safe things. If you keep yourself safe, if now you're in a place where you are safe and not running on survival mode but you're still dealing with these problems, just start building yourself a safe routine. And that's okay. I don't want you to feel like you're less than, but routines are important to human beings. They're important to children and also to adults. If you don't have a routine of any kind and you're just kind of flying by the seat of your pants, is that what they say? I love when I can throw in an old person saying a little fuck you. Oh, and I want to say something very important about starting a routine. Don't punish yourself if you don't stick to your routine at first. You're building a routine. Most of the time when you're building a routine, you're building it from scratch. You're starting something completely new. So do not beat yourself up if you're not perfect. Because, well, newsflash, you'll never be perfect. So if you can put that out of your mind, that changed my life. Because when I started working out, I said to myself, now don't restrict yourself and don't go too hard. And if you're not feeling it that day, you don't fucking have to. Nobody's forcing you. And guess what? I ended up working out more because I didn't have pressure on myself. And that's safety. It doesn't have to be dramatic. You don't have to do something big and bold to start rewiring. You just have to be safe because your brain will not rewire if it does not feel safe. It can't do it because it's focused on surviving. This is why I say all the time, do not worry. So does the Bible, because it's so important. You're going to see these fear-mongering things out there, and they're going to try to scare you. The systems will try to scare you because they're fear-mongering systems, and they keep you in survival mode. And you cannot think logically in survival mode because you're just trying to survive. Okay? Just like if you have trauma. Trauma lives in the body and in the brain. Your body has reactions to things that happen to you because of your trauma. Like being quote unquote triggered it's a real thing because, and it's why like you probably shouldn't shit on anybody because of their triggers. Because again, you don't see their reality. You have no idea what has ever happened to somebody else unless they've told you their entire life story. Which they might not even know exactly what they're reacting, like their body's reacting to. So give grace to yourself and to others. So you've become the observer of your thoughts. You're not your thoughts anymore like you maybe once thought you were. You're starting to build these safe routines. These things will happen whether you believe them right now or not. I know a lot of things like, I know, have faith and stuff and believe. Sometimes that's motherfucking hard, okay? Sometimes it's hard, but guess what? Your brain, I've said this before, is not the smartest thing. It's kind of just taking in stuff. So start feeding it. We should count how many times I say safe in this episode, but so start feeding it safety and love for yourself. You have to give love back to yourself. Give yourself grace. Do not punish yourself. Don't beat yourself up. You don't need to be perfect today. You don't need to be perfect tomorrow. You don't need to be perfect ever. You just need to be what, Jamie?
Safe?
Thank you. Safe. And just do it. Like, just start doing it. Just start doing things differently. When you notice that you have like a little trip up in your system and you want to change it, just do it. You don't become confident and then act. Like you have to do something and then your brain updates into the new confident identity, right? Fake it till you make it? Could we say that? Maybe a little bit? I don't know. That's kind of how I looked at it. I'm not going to even lie. I looked at it as fake it till you make it, baby. You got this. Eventually you'll get there. Don't rush it. It's okay because you'll get there eventually. Keep loving yourself because rushing is not loving. Okay? And after you do these things for a while, your brain will start predicting that you're going to be safe. Like now, during my luteal phase, my brain just starts naturally wanting to learn instead of having panic attacks. And I'm not even joking with you when I say if I start to have a panic attack now, I can shut it down within seconds. Within seconds. Because all I have to do is go, oh, whoa, whoa. We know what this is. We don't need to have this today. Let's figure out the source. Da 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 da. All right, done. Shut it down. It's over. Because we don't need to do that anymore. I don't need to do it. I'm not doing it. Sorry. And, not saying I'll never not have a panic attack again. like a full-blown pants on fire, crying on the floor panic attack. But I'll say I haven't had one in months, and I haven't been on pills. So that's crazy, right? Because this is coming from someone who thought she'd never get off of those things. And I'm doing it. I'm doing life. And when I start to feel a wave, you want to know a fun fact? Because I feel my anxiety in my gut. My stomach, it's like, talk about butterflies. No, these are motherfucking like the biggest moths you've ever felt. I hate it. I hate it. It lives in my stomach. Why? Because 90% of your serotonin is made in your gut. So, welcome to it. It's why you get the nervous shits. Yeah, bro. When I start to feel the little flutterbys in my gut, I'm like, no, we don't need to be having a panic attack. Let's do something to get out of this. And honestly, if I track what's going on, because that's what I do. If I start to feel anxiety, I've got to figure out what's happening. Did I just have a weird thought? Am I ruminating on something I shouldn't be? Am I thinking about something in the future? Did I forget something? Did I what time of the month is it? And so there's different things you can do for these different triggers, right? So, if it's a certain time of the month, my luteal phase, or maybe I've had too much caffeine, I can take a little magnesium if I need. Dehydration will give you anxiety, so make sure that you're drinking water. Make sure you're eating food. Make sure you've slept. Sleep is very, very, very important to you. Just kind of have a running list of triggers. You probably know your triggers. The things that cause you panic or whatever you deal with. You know your triggers. And so you've got to pick something that you know will help each one of those triggers. I'm not talking okay, if I start having a panic attack, I'm going to do 6 shots of liquor. I wouldn't recommend that because the rebound anxiety of alcohol, worse. Okay, I've been there, so you probably shouldn't do that. But I don't know, do you like coloring pictures? Do you like reading books? Do you like going on walks or crocheting? I play the guitar. Maybe you're into cars or bikes or rollerblades or scooters or skateboards. Maybe you're into those miniature things. Those things are cool. But sitting around doom scrolling, sitting around talking to your chat GPT about all your problems, sitting around ruminating on things that haven't happened or things that are in the past that you can't change, it's not going to do anything for you but cause more anguish. That's all it's going to do. And that's not healthy or productive. And I think I'm trying to be healthy and productive in 2026 and beyond. And I would like to help you be productive and healthy in 2026 and beyond. Because you deserve it. We all do. Except for those fucks that hurt children. Did you guys know that there comes a time in Did you guys know that there comes a point in I am having a stroke today. That's actually crazy. We can only go up from here. I know that it may be impossible to think that you could ever see the world differently than you do now. But Jesus said faith can move mountains. So just start taking that literally. Just like you take so much other stuff literally from the Bible, take that one. Why don't you take that one literally? I want to see people start moving mountains. Like, okay, I don't even know if this is real or not. It's probably not because it's the internet. And it's probably a psyop. But if motherfuckers are out here doing telekinesis with those water bottles, they're like, and it's like shit's going out. Like, do you think I could put out this candle with telekinesis right now? I'm going to have to practice that a little bit more. But if motherfuckers are actually out here doing that, I saw someone say, like, this is demonic. It's like, no, shut up. Dude, if a guy wants to move a water bottle with his mind, let him. Let the guy do telekinesis if he can. You know? Don't you want that guy on your team? He's like a civilian. Like a normal, probably lower class fucking citizen. It's just a normal guy who wants to move water bottles. Let him take the flames out of candles. Like the motherfucking Harry Potter movie, okay? We're not going to judge the guy. We're not going to tell him he's going to hell. Because he could telekinesis your ass straight to hell, bro. I would watch what you say. No, like, I want that guy on my team against the douchebags. When shit actually goes insane and I'm going to need a superhero squad, I want the telekinesis guy. I'm not going to be out here telling him he's demonic, okay? I want him on my team. Basically, what I'm trying to say is stop telling people what's demonic and what's not, because you don't actually know. So keep that to yourself, and maybe you just don't do it. Because, honestly, like, who cares if Joe Schmo's doing fucking demonic shit and doesn't get into heaven? Like, I know that's asshole of me to say. I'm completely aware, but at the same time, I'm trying to say, like, shouldn't you be worried about yourself? Like, shouldn't you be worried if you're going to make it? He should be worried about if he's going to make it. I don't think he's too worried about it. Not like you are. I guarantee people think that me blowing hella kush is totally like, I'm going to hell for that. Jesus hates you for smoking weed. Oh, I'm well aware. He smokes with me every day. Thank you very much. Just like Drew said before, don't take away from anyone's life experience. You don't want anybody to take away from yours. You don't. I'm glad we're building safety in our lives this year. 2026. We're moving in the right direction. We've got people waking up every day to the truth. And the truth will set you free. Like, if you think you found the truth and it hasn't set you free, maybe you found the wrong one. I'm just saying, because I'm going to take it from the Bible that tells me the truth will set me free, because I'm feeling pretty free. Because I'm done letting these systems scare me. And I'm done letting these systems think that I'm less than. I'm done letting myself think that I'm less than. I'm done letting the patterns in my brain think that I'm less than. And I'm done predicting bad things are going to happen. I've talked about the nocebo effect here before. This is all tied together. All of this is always all tied together. Remember the woman in the Bible that touches Jesus' clothes and is healed by her faith? Okay, we need to be remembering these stories and going back to them. Faith, belief, positive thinking, placebo. Do you see how we're all tying everything together now? They just didn't have the same words we did back then. They didn't have the same sciences, but they knew it's a feeling. It's a feeling, it's a universal feeling that we all have. I think that's something cool about humans, and something that changed, I think, my confidence, because I started realizing that every single person on this planet has felt embarrassment. Every single person on this planet has felt nervous. Every single one. So, like, who are you? Who are you to tell me? And who am I to tell you? Like, we shouldn't be taking shit so personal. Because, like, we're all just humans. We're all just humans humaning all the time. Nobody knows if we're getting it right or wrong. We're all just winging it. Haven't I said this before? Because I say it. This is a belief I have. Like, the older I get, I'm just realizing everybody's just out here winging it. Nobody actually knows what the fuck is going on. And that's fine. It's like totally fine. That's part of the experience. Not knowing. Going right back to Job at the beginning of the episode. Here we are. And I'm ready to say, like, you don't need the answers. You don't need to stop. You don't need the answers to everything. You just need to experience. Just experience things. Experience things through love. And I'm not saying no. I'm not, you know what I mean? You see the pillow? What if it all works out? What if it all does? We don't need to be negative Nancy for the rest of our lives. Let's be positive Patty coming at ya. Because it's time for everybody to take their power back. I think now for hundreds of years, if not thousands, dude, like, our psyche has been hijacked and it's been trained to be scared. It's been trained to be put into survival mode. Society has gone to a place where people are so selfish, and not even in a good way. Like, it's weird because they're selfish, but they still hate themselves. Like, it's all me, but I don't even like myself. So a society that hurts, we hurt each other. We hurt ourselves. We don't want to heal. We heal ourselves with unhealthy things, unhealthy habits. We're being fed these dopamine hits all day long. We're losing human to human connection. Like, but things can change. And I think it all starts with one. It starts with you. And to be honest, once you heal yourself, kind of change the way that you see the world, when you start seeing it in a more positive light, all of the other stuff kind of just blurs into the background. Not that it's not important, but it's not taking over your life anymore. Okay? You don't need to be ruminating on like the craziest shit in the world all the time. You really don't. It's not good for you. The shit we see today all day long is not healthy. So just take care of your brain, because it is fragile, and you just gotta love it. You gotta love your brain and take care of it, and love yourself. Give yourself grace. I know you can do this. Shit can get hard. Life can get hard. Love can get hard. If you need to build walls up around yourself for a minute to put up some boundaries, that's fine, because you'll be able to break those walls down one day. You're going to figure it out. You're going to get in a routine. You're going to get out of your head, and it's going to work. I see a completely different you a year from now. Thriving. Absolutely thriving. I see it 2027. Thriving. If you start right now. And I know you want to. So just do it. Like, just do it. Your brain will catch up with what you do. I promise you. All right? I love you all. Thank you all for listening. And I can't wait to see you next week. Okay? Bye.